Oh, no. That's it. You've unlocked that tablet, and it opens on an email folder. And this email was for the victim. It's from Martin Davenport about security reductions for Meteorite. Why would the head of Sarah's legal department be calling for less security around the Meteorite? This isn't adding up. We better go grill Davenport about this. Let's see what he has to say. Mr. Davenport, we found an email from you about reducing security around the Meteorite. I sent that to everyone in the facility, Senior Trooper Matthew. But why would you call for less security around the very item that needed to be protected from Daniels? I see the case that you are trying to build here. You believe that I colluded with Daniels to increase access to what she wanted. That's an erroneous assumption, like thinking I'm vegan just because my shoes are. The reality is that there has been pressure from accounting to cut costs. So after a calm evening convening with my cat, I realized I had no choice but to cut back on Meteorite security. You have an answer for everything, don't you, Davenport? That's very convenient. You collected a sample of the hair from inside that book left at the crime scene. Let's get it under the microscope, Matthew. Jasper Everett's hair? So the hair you collected from the book on the crime scene was from Jasper's beard and mustache. But Jasper told us that he hadn't been to Sarah for months. I can't believe he lied to us. We need to ask Jasper why he was at Sarah today. Matthew, what do you think of my new vegan shoes? Jasper, we aren't here to admire your shoes. You're a suspect in our investigation. And you lied to us. We know you were at the crime scene today. We found your book. Well, yes, I was at Sarah today, but it had nothing to do with Denise. Sorry, I ran out of film time. I swear on my cat's life. Then what were you doing at the Meteorite facility? I just wanted to study the Meteorite. I'm doing it to help you and Amir. Matthew, I know I should have fessed up straight away, and I'm sorry. But I told you before, I have nothing to do with Daniels and her evil schemes. Sure hope not. That'll be a major crushing blow to Amir's psyche. And treat for you guys. Ta-da! I'm gonna speed this up. I also gotta make sure I put in a purchase, because I'm already down under 100. Matthew, I thought the worst was over when you put the reactor on lockdown, but then I heard my fiancé is a suspect. It's giving me flashbacks to that horrible time when Rupert was killed under the dome. Jasper was a suspect then, too. I know it's difficult, Amir, but we have to follow every lead. But Matthew, it gets worse. The pink substance the killer left on the dynamite was donut icing. Which means the killer eats donuts, Matthew. And that is horrible because Jasper loves donuts too. Now you're going to think he's even more suspicious. Amir, we have to make a note that the killer eats donuts, but I'm sure Jasper's innocent and Matthew will find the real killer soon. I hope it's a teaser. Matthew, things are not looking good for this investigation into the liquefaction of John Benson. We know the killer was Daniel's accomplice, but we don't know which of our suspects is in cahoots with her. Jasper lied to us about his presence at the crime scene, but I refuse to believe he could betray us. On the other hand, Martin Davenport worked with Daniels for a long time, and he lowered security around the meteorite just when Daniels needed the core. Meanwhile, we put the nuclear plant on lockdown after a break-in. Daniels can't get to the reactor to unleash a nuclear earthquake, but... Matthew, there's something I have to tell you. I was just buying some donuts and I recognized that lawyer, Martin Davenport. He cut in front of me and ordered a donut with pink icing. Martin Davenport eats donuts? That is helpful information. Is that all you wanted to tell us, Ramirez? Actually, no. There's also a teensy bit of an emergency. A suspicious package has been left at the front desk at the precinct. I think it's a bomb. Uh-oh. We're going to have to find out the real story when we come back for Chapter 3. Do not go anywhere. Okay, we have come back. Let's start Chapter 3 of Evil Disaster. Matthew, chasing Denise Daniels is a whirlwind of disturbing discoveries. Turns out her plans involved a nuclear plant. She wanted to set off a massive nuclear earthquake to kill everyone in Grimsboro. The reactor's safe for now, but Daniels is still at large, and so is her accomplice, who killed Benson at the Sarah facility. We know that three of the suspects have worked directly for Daniels and could be perfect accomplices. Oh yeah, I remember what we last left off on. A suspicious package has been left at the front desk of the precinct. I think it's a bomb. It's definitely ticking. A bomb? Quick, Ramirez, go tell Rita that we need her bomb defusing skills. Matthew, quick, where's that package? It's over there, Rita. Ramirez said it was ticking. The scanner's definitely picking up something. Ah, I see. Let me just cut through these wires. Here we go. I've defused it. So, Denise Daniels tried to blow us up with a bomb now. Matthew, according to our cameras, Daniels wasn't the person who brought the package. Danny Williams dropped it off. What? So Mr. Williams is still doing dirty work for Daniels. Time to confront him. Mr. Williams, you dropped off a bomb at the precinct on behalf of Denise Daniels. A bomb? I didn't know it was a bomb. And I only helped her because my kitten got sick. I was desperate. Daniels offered me money to bring that box to y'all. Didn't know it was a bomb, honest. You're under arrest for helping a criminal, Danny. Now tell us, where did Daniels go after she'd given you the package? She walked towards that nuclear plant. The nuclear plant? Matthew, let's go. Boy, it's been extremely cold lately. Of course, in Hawaii, anything below 70 is considered cold. Got it. Matthew, we need you to open that satchel fast. And if anyone can piece that torn paper back together, it's you. Daniel sent us a bomb, but that won't derail us. We're closing in on her and her accomplice. Okay. 52522. 26555. 52661. Matthew, there was a mess of research papers in that satchel. Let's get them to Kathy. I got 4 of the stars here while I went on a quick break. Matthew, that's Benson's face on that paper. But why is this at the nuclear plant? There's something else on the paper, but I can't see what's written. I'll grab your dusting kit. Let's do it. Matthew, this collage is odd. The victim's face is placed as subatomic particles. And look who the nucleus is. Fiona Maris, the nuclear plant director. The writing says, "You're the nucleus of my world. Love your schmoopy poo, John." That's sweet, but when we mentioned that John Benson was murdered to Fiona Maris, she barely reacted. And if the nuclear plant director was dating the security guard at Sarah, then Maris is in a convenient position to be Daniel's accomplice. We know Daniels needed to access to both the meteorite's core and the nuclear plant. You're right, Matthew. It's time to get the straight story from Miss Maris. Miss Maris, when we first mentioned that John Benson had been murdered, you didn't even blink. But we have proof that you were in a relationship with him. Alright, I was dating John. I didn't say anything earlier because we hadn't been seeing each other for very long. That didn't stop him from giving me every gift imaginable. He even bought me new vegan shoes. Miss Maris, your relationship with the Sarah employee raises questions about your involvement with Denise Daniels, too. Daniels needed access to the meteorite and the nuclear plant. You dating a Sarah security guard makes you a perfect accomplice. Me, an accomplice of Denise Daniels? That's a crazy assumption, Senior Trooper Matthew. Are you also implying I killed my boyfriend for her? I loved John, and I'm not in cahoots with a mad woman. You better find the real culprit, and soon, Senior Trooper Matthew. Be great so far. Got one more star to collect. I'll be back with one more surprise in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I finally got all the stars from that. So now, let's go ahead and speed this up. Matthew, I found something in these documents, but it's not good. Remember what I told you about combining the effects of beryllium and nuclear power? Yes, you said they could create a powerful enough earthquake to destroy Grimsboro. That's why we're worried about Daniels or her accomplice accessing the nuclear plant. This is exactly what the research papers are about. How a meltdown at the nuclear plant could create new fault lines through a serious explosion. But get this, the papers don't belong to Daniels. The handwriting matched Oswald Piper. Oswald Piper? Why was he so interested in causing a nuclear earthquake the exact same way Daniels wants to? At least Piper's already in custody for trespassing. He better explain this. Mr. Piper, you left behind some research at the nuclear plant. Something about how a meltdown there could cause an earthquake. You found it. Thank goodness. I got distracted by a donut I was eating. When I looked around me, my satchel was gone. Then why did you take it to the nuclear plant in the first place? Because I wanted to warn the supervisors. After Dreamlife's part of using the meteorite to create that earthquake came out, I started imagining worse scenarios. I theorized that introducing the meteorite's core into the nuclear process could create an explosion, causing an even more devastating earthquake. Have you discussed your theories with anyone at Sarah, or specifically Denise Daniels? Denise Daniels? How would I even have access to the former head of Sarah? Besides, she's a criminal. I wouldn't have anything to do with her. You better not be lying, Piper, or we can always add criminal conspiracy to your charge sheet. Matthew, Denise Daniels is still at large. We prevented her from causing a nuclear earthquake, but who knows what else is up her sleeve. Given that Oswald Piper's earthquake theories are suspiciously close to Daniels' actual plans, he might be her accomplice. But there's also Danny Williams, who dropped out Daniel's bomb at the precinct. and Fiona Merritt, whose relationship with Benson gave her potential access to the meteorite, which Daniels could have exploited. Good call, Matthew. We should go back to the bridge. We know Daniels met her accomplice there. Excuse me. Starting to get a little loopy. Maybe loopy's not the best word. Maybe I'm getting a little drowsy. No. Didn't get the first star. What's that purple thing, Matthew? It looks like a chunk of the meteorite. The killer must have dropped it. There seems to be some strands of something on that meteorite chunk. We need a sample, quick. And we better look through that trash can, too. Got it. There we go. You got a sample off that meteorite chunk, Matthew. Now let's get these fibers to a mirror. I'd hate to be a mirror if Jasper is the killer. Got it. Strange device. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Matthew, this device you found hidden in the trash looks very strange. Could this be the murder weapon? Martine mentioned a tool that can extract minerals is what was used to liquefy Benson's internal organs. We need to get this gadget to Rita. She'll know what it is. $15 hours, and I'll see you guys when both of these are finished. Okay, we are back. Let's get the results of the fibers first. Matthew, I was hoping you were close to clearing Jasper's name, but then you sent me these fibers from the meteorite chunk. Long story short, according to the variations in the dye pattern, the fiber is made of striped fabric. Matthew, the killer, is wearing a striped garment. And you know how Jasper loves a striped t-shirt. Matthew, please tell me this doesn't mean he did it. Amir, Matthew, the hunt for this killer is in a striped garment will be over soon. The truth will bring relief, I hope. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up. Matthew, I know you've had a heck of a time chasing Daniels and her accomplice, so I'll be quick. This device is your murder weapon, a sonic mineral extractor. There were no fingerprints, but the killer left some skin cells behind on the handle. From the skin cells, I could determine that the killer is definitely over 40. Good work. Now that we know that the killer is over 40, they're as good as caught. Well, Matthew, we have everything we need to arrest John Benson's killer and unmask Denise Daniels' accomplice. I don't know. Wait a minute. It's not. It is not Jasper Everett. It's 26. It's not Danny Williams. It isn't Fiona Maris. And hard to believe it's not this prick, Oswald Piper. Yep. It's Martin Davenport. Martin Davenport, you are under arrest for John Benson's murder. Admit it, you're still working for Daniels. You stole the meteorite's core on her orders. Nonsense! I would never get mixed up in such unlawful acts. You're still lying. We know you killed Benson after you blasted out the meteorite's core. You stepped on his dictaphone with your vegan shoes. Vegan footwear is popular these days. I would tear your evidence to shreds in a court. Then explain why you found fibers from your striped tie on a chunk of the meteorite. Someone else with a tie identical to mine could have obtained that meteorite. Reasonable doubt. You left skin cells on the murder weapon. Admit it, you killed Benson. Alright, I did it. I killed John Benson, but for the betterment of all. How would killing Benson benefit anyone? He was collateral damage in a greater plan. Daniel's ambitions are more far-reaching than just one person's life. Far-reaching indeed. She wanted to destroy us all with a nuclear earthquake. Did you know about that? Earthquake? She didn't mention that, but she said there was a way to improve upon the imperfect mess that is humanity. She told me that I too could be enhanced. She promised me a place in her new world order, Senior Trooper Matthew. Davenport, how could you have fallen for such nonsense? Daniels is a psychopath. Her only plan is to kill us all human weaklings. You're no different to her. But you'll be reflecting on your foolishness in your prison cell, Davenport. You're under arrest. Martin Davenport, what possessed you, a lawyer, to commit murder and assist a dangerous criminal? Daniels is a visionary. She promised to birth order from chaos. But I'm not going to say any more. I shall have my reward when her plans come to fruition. Mr. Davenport, you're clearly delusional. Daniels is planning a nuclear earthquake Senior Trooper Matthew narrowly averted. And your only reward for aiding and abetting her is 35 years in prison. So be it, Your Honor. I have greater plans than to worry about a prison sentence. Matthew, you found Benson's killer and Daniels' accomplice. It was Martin Davenport all along. Daniels managed to fool Davenport that her destructive plans were for the betterment of humanity. As if an army of unkillable superhumans and a nuclear earthquake could really bring about a better world. You're right, Matthew. Daniels is still on the run. We must put her behind bars if we want to stop this madness once and for all. And we'll see you guys for Endgame 5-6 in just a minute. And we are ready to begin Endgame 5-6, so here we go. Matthew arrested Davenport for killing Benson. He was Daniels' accomplice all along. He said Daniels wants to create order from chaos. Yeah, right. She's grown an army of unkillable superhumans in her lab. And if it wasn't for you, Matthew, she would have destroyed Grimsboro with a nuclear earthquake. Thankfully, her plans have been thwarted. The reactor's safe, and Amir's working on neutralizing the neo-humans. But we can't rest easy until Daniels is behind bars. Matthew, I want you to find her. Got it, Chief. Time to put an end to Daniels' schemes. Matthew, Joe Warren requested to see you. He says he wants to help. Warren wants to help us? Then let's see if he knows something about Daniel's whereabouts. And let's talk to Joe Warren. Warren, we heard you wanted to help us. Just remember, this room's protected against your telekinetic powers, so don't try any tricks. I wasn't going to, Senior Trooper Matthew. I'm sorry I didn't warn you about Daniels immediately when LaRue discovered her lab. You're a day late and $1 short. Daniels is on the run now. Do you have any idea where she's hiding? No, but I know when you find her, you'll need our assistance. Julie and I still have our superpowers. And before our powers kill us, we can use them to help you stop Daniels. She's our common enemy now. But you need to find Rosetta. We don't know where she is, but if we want to defeat Denise, we'll need her on our side. You want to join forces with us, and you think Rosetta will help us fight her own mother? Sounds like Marina from the World Edition does it. This is our only chance, Senior Trooper Matthew, and Rosetta doesn't want her treacherous mother to win any more than you do. Matthew, Warren's right. We should contact Rosetta. Let's go back to the office and get Jones to call her. Matthew, Warren said the remaining Ad Ashrans could use the last of their powers to help us stop Daniels. We only need to convince Rosetta to join us too. It would be strange to find ourselves on the same side as Rosetta, but we have no choice. Jones, have you managed to call her? Actually there's a problem. Rosetta's number is not active anymore. Then we must find Rosetta ourselves. Matthew and Jones, try searching the Sarah headquarters. Daniels might have had some info on her whereabouts. After searching Sarah, we must also go grill Davenport about Daniels. We have to bring her down. Let's go. Let's see if we can do it. Got it. Photo. All right. Matthew, have you found anything that might help us locate Rosetta? That surveillance photo looks promising. We know Daniels is having her daughter followed. And you're right. That roundish thing looks like it could be one of Rosetta's hair buns. I'll grab your Judson kit. It is Rosetta. That photo is of Rosetta. Kathy could enhance the image to know where it was taken. Davenport, you must realize by now that Daniels will not help you, so why don't you tell us where she is? You're too late, Senior Trooper Matthew. The reaction has already begun. Reaction? What are you talking about? The earthquake. The meteorite core has definitely been introduced into the reactor by now. What? But how? We have the plant on lockdown and... Senior Trooper Matthew, did you really think I was Miss Daniels' only accomplice? Her insider at the nuclear plant has already initiated the sequence, and the only way to stop it is to... Davenport? What? Are you alright? Matthew, he's dead. But how... Senior Trooper Matthew, don't bother trying to revive old Esquire there. Daniels? You killed Davenport, but... Yes, I deactivated him by frying the chip I had installed in his frontal lobe. No danger of him blabbing now. What that fool wouldn't agree to, thinking he was being enhanced. Anyway, he was right about one thing. You're too late. The reaction has started. Enjoy my earthquake, Senior Trooper Matthew. Matthew, did you hear that? Daniels have another accomplice inside the nuclear plant, and the earthquake is imminent now. But you're right, Matthew. Davenport also said there was a way to stop the reaction. We must get to the nuclear plant, quick. And I agree. We're going to need Jasper's help. I'll tell him to meet us in the nuclear plant control room. Just a moment, folks. Looks like I might have to stop at take a brief pause after I get the crime scene over with. Okay. Matthew, I've heard Daniel's earthquake plan is back on. I got here as fast as I could. Good. There's nobody in the control room, but Matthew found this laptop. This could be what Daniel's accomplice used to initiate the fusion sequence. Matthew, then you need to unlock this computer fast. It's the only way to stop the catastrophe. Okay, now the locked laptop. Oh no. You're gonna get the 8. Matthew, unlock the laptop, and look, there's a program running to initiate a reaction with beryllium in the cooling systems. I must override the commands, or we'll all die in the nuclear explosion. And we know he will. 6 hours from now, I'll have both of these results taken care of. And for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Okay, we have come back, and let's get the results of the laptop from Jasper. Matthew, nothing seems to be working. The sequence of calculations is evolving faster and faster. Jasper, you must stop the reaction. If this nuclear plant blows, you and I and everyone in the city will die. I know, and those who don't die in the explosion will die in the earthquake it creates. Let me focus, please. Okay, I'm going to introduce an anomaly. This is our last hope, Matthew. Going now. Matthew, it works. The turbines have stopped. The sequence Denise had started is aborted. What's happening? Why has the reactor stopped? And who are... Senior Trooper Matthew is asking the questions here, Miss Maris, and it's your turn to answer them. Let's see what she has to say now. Senior Trooper Matthew, why have you shut down the reactor? Miss Maris, stop playing dumb. We know Daniels had an accomplice inside the nuclear plant, and it looks like it was you. Were you really prepared to destroy the city with a major catastrophe? Senior Trooper Matthew, I had no choice. Daniel threatened to kill my family if I didn't. She ordered me to drop the beryllium into the reactor. I knew the earthquake was going to kill me and destroy Grimsboro, but at least I got my family out in time. Miss Maris, you're under arrest for collaborating with Daniels, but you'd face lesser charges if he told us where she is. I wish I knew, Senior Trooper Matthew. I'm ready to face justice for what I've done. Just please stop that woman. Here's all the money I can give you. Kathy, any luck with that photo? We must find Rosetta to get her to join us against Daniels. Matthew, I isolated the background of this photo, and I found a reflection of the neon sign from the diner near the bridge. So someone took that photo of Rosetta at the bridge on Daniels' orders. We know Williams does odd jobs for Daniels, and that he was squatting near that bridge. Danny must have taken this photo. He might know where to find Rosetta. I don't think we ought to look at that crime scene yet, if my memory serves. Senior Trooper Matthew, I wish I'd never gotten involved with that Daniels woman. I'll do anything to make it right. Then tell us where you took this photo of Rosetta. Right by the bridge. She was looking for some keepsake. Well, we'll take over the hunt for her, Mr. Williams. Let's take a look around the bridge, Matthew, and we should also grab a snack in that diner. Of course, the new conspiracy version of Criminal Case is coming out soon, but I do not plan to join that. I've already kind of abandoned my run at Mysteries of the Past, because I realized that although I've already completed Pacific Bay, and I'm about halfway to finishing Save the World, I don't think I'll be doing the other ones. But will I be leaving those? Probably. Will I be leaving Mysteries of the Past? Probably, I should say. Got it. But I've already done myself a world of good here. Or one of the crime scenes anyway, where I got a lucky find. Maybe that was the last one. Alright, if you think something under those chunks of concrete can lead us to Rosetta, have at it. Got it. A star bracelet. That bracelet under the chunks of concrete could be Rosetta's lost keepsake. Look, there are 5 stars, like the 5 original Ad Astrans. And each star has a letter. R for Rosetta, L for Lewis, C for Christian. Hey, that bracelet's mine! Rosetta, we need to talk. Convince her to join us. You better give that bracelet back. It's all I have left of my friends. Rosetta, no, don't zap us with your powers. We just want to talk. Yeah, right. And then you'll arrest me for being a fugitive. I don't think so. Rosetta, please, we need your help. Why should I help you? You've been the sworn enemies of Ad Astra since the beginning. Now Lewis and Christian are dead, and you have the others locked up. And I don't even know if I'll ever see them again because the serum that gave us our powers is killing us. Rosetta, your friends are ready to join forces with us, but they need you. Join forces? For what? To defeat your mother. She's our common enemy, Rosetta, and we can only stop her together. Defeat my mother? You're delusional, Senior Trooper Matthew. You're no match for her, and coming to me for help, that's even crazier. Rosetta, you know your mother is to blame for everything. It's because of her schemes that you're dying. It's true that the Ad Astrans were the only real family I've ever known. And if she had truly been a mother to me, none of this would be happening. I want to give my mother what she deserves if it's the last thing I do. And if my friends stand with you, I will too. I guess I should thank you for giving me a chance to settle the score, Senior Trooper Matthew. Here's a token of gratitude. Matthew, we stopped Denise Daniels from destroying Grimsboro with an earthquake. But no one's safe until she's behind bars, and we still don't know where she is. Actually, we do. Daniels appears to have broken her neo-humans out of the lab. What? How? We had the lab under surveillance. All I can say is neo-humans have been spotted on CCTV roaming freely outside the dome, and Daniels is with them. Then we must get to the dome now. Matthew, we're ready to honor our promise. We'll muster up all that's left of our powers, and we'll fight Daniels and her neo-humans. We're the only ones who stand a chance against them. Matthew, this is madness! Are we really going to send a bunch of superpowered criminals to defeat an army of unkillable superhumans? It sounds insane, but that's our only chance to arrest Daniels. We can't let her set the neo-humans on the city. I know, but Matthew, I never felt so powerless in my life. Are you sure there's not another solution? But you're right, Daniels must be stopped, whatever it takes. Senior Trooper Matthew, we're ready. You and your team need to stay safe. You'd better watch from a distance. When we capture Daniels, we'll bring her to you. And if we don't survive, then protecting Grimsboro will be in your hands, Senior Trooper Matthew. Mother, whatever you're doing, stop! Senior Trooper Matthew knows you're here. Give yourself up now. You pathetic fools. Dying in my earthquake would have been a merciful end to you weaklings. But you had a meddle in my plans, so now you'll face the consequences. Maybe no one else can stop you, but we will. Ooh. They're immune to your tricks. Not to mine. You raised me to be better than everyone, Mother, and you'll regret it. Ha! Is that all you got? It did nothing to them. How is that possible? The only thing I ever regretted was having you, Rosetta, but this ends now. I won't let you kill me. I'll kill you first. Oh my. And now, my brave creations, I'll leave you to finish off the rest of them. It shouldn't take long. Look how weak they are. No, not after what you did to Rosetta. We're not done here. Oh yes, you are. No, not a grenade. An explosion will kill us all. Oh my goodness. So it looks like we're gonna have to wait until Thursday to finally put Denise Daniels down. Denise Daniels is definitely a wolf in sheep's clothing. March 7th. Yes, we will. Another 5. Just when you think you've seen everything. But nonetheless, we will meet again on Thursday, March 7th, and we will bring Denise Daniels down. So for now, this is Matthew. See you on March 7th.